welcome to Plan Path Podcast, your number one top hub for quality education SDG 4 conversations. My name is Oluwatosin Mugbadwade. Everyone calls me the Oluwatosin. I'm glad to be here with you after some weeks. We're back here. We're discussing a very important topic. All right, today is Friday, 15th of October, 2021. And so on Sunday, 10th of October 2021 was World Mental Health Day. And it was quite an amazing day because conversations regarding mental health was being discussed in all spheres, various platforms, and it was amazing to see the advocacy, the improvement in the field, and seeing how a lot of people come share about their mental health. This week on Plant Park Consult, since between Monday and now, we've been discussing the subject of health. We've been discussing health on our various social media platforms, on our blogs, and on every conversation we've had this week. We've been focused on health. Today on the podcast, we're discussing health as well. So, what is really health? What is health? According to the World Health Organization, health is defined as a state of complete physical, mental, social well being, and not just the absence of disease or infirmity. So, I've always loved this definition because it's all encompassing. It gives an idea that our health transcends saying, I feel a headache, or excuse me, I feel a headache or something. It goes on to tell us that, well, our health is so essential, it's so important to us, it's so wonderful, it's such that it's like it's our whole body, it's our whole system. If one part is not functioning properly, and other parts will definitely suffer, other parts will suffer. So the fact that somebody doesn't have an apparent illness or disease doesn't mean that the person is healthy, is whole. So is also, we need to start looking at our health to encompass mental well-being, social well-being, and of course our physical well-being. So um the the theme for World Mental Health Day 2021 was mental health in an unequal world. I mean, after the COVID-19 vaccine, of course brought opportunities, technology, redefined our culture, changed the way we do things, changed the face of humanity as a whole. At the same time, we shouldn't also forget the fact that the COVID-19 pandemic also made people stay away from people, social distancing, and the lockdown across countries in the world. Aside that, what also happened during COVID-19 vaccine was that people were also more exposed to um, health, health risk factors, mental health, social health, physical health risk factors, and then the services to actually even the services needed to cure these diseases, to attend to the needs of people facing such health conditions, were not even available, because of course there was lockdown, people couldn't move around. So COVID-19 versus then the pandemic has created a whole lot of different field, and it's just a whole lot different than what we've always had over the years. So today we're bringing mental health, we are bringing our health from a perspective of responsibility. I watched a video, and the then the speaker in the video was saying, on I watched the video on YouTube. The speaker was saying that it is It's amazing how everybody can do a lot for you, but the truth is that you have to do a lot for yourself. The responsibility still lies upon you to 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 ultimately look for search for help. Make even when there's help available, you have to receive the help. You have to make conscious efforts to for your well-being, for your mental health well-being, for your physical health, for your social health, your psychological health, and for your overall well-being. So for our physical health, for example, physical health is, of course, normally we'll hear things like eat a balanced diet, exercise, drink lots of water. Yes, that's the overall goal. We should also note that our health and well-being, it's in the simple decisions we seemingly simple because they are not simple. They are the little decisions we make every day. Do you want to take more fiber? Are you using the stairs, taking a walk, or you just maybe as you wait to have your bath or something, just quickly do some squats, or you quickly before you sit ups, just kicking some exercises in your home, just having routines that you can quickly do without before you even think of going to the gym, before you think of the other big things. We should learn how to do the little things in our everyday life because our day in day out routine, they actually mean a lot to us. Our day in day out routine, they mean a lot to our well-being and our development. So are we choosing also, there's also another aspect of physical health that I find quite amusing. So a lot of us, we say we are dieting and all of that, but then we would we would not eat whole foods. I mean, instead of going to get that piece of cake, why not use that money to buy watermelon? Why not use that money to buy fruits instead of cookies and all of that? Why not take whole foods? Also, in the mornings, instead of taking, for example, bread, processed food, why not go for something that isn't processed? Whole foods like maybe yam, potatoes, and of course, cereal. Instead of going for cereal, why not go for ogi? Why not go for things that that the process of making those foods, that you're getting something more healthy in your system. So our health and well-being generally, they are really a product of our everyday work. There's a piece I also saw by Dr. P. Samadi on Instagram. I would like to just share a few thoughts from what I read. She was like, here's something like, it's really, how do I say this now? Okay, so she said something like mental health, to say find a therapist, go for therapy. Amazing. That is really, really amazing. But you know what? Sometimes it's just in the resting, setting boundaries for yourself, quitting. In fact, it's even healthy to quit at times and be able to tell yourself the truth and give yourself honest feedback. It could be standing up for yourself, asking for help, ending a friendship, ending a relationship, and even starting a new friendship or starting a new relationship, spending time with people that you feel very safe around them, you're not criticized, you're not judged. At the same time, you have honest feedback from all of these sort of people. It could mean crying as well. It could mean journaling, it could mean affirmations, game night, creating things. The point is really the point really, from what I can infer from all of the different conversations I've seen as a professional, I will tell you something that really, it's people can advise you, people can tell you to do a lot of things, but then really, as a counselor, we advise not to advise people. We don't advise people. We walk people through their journey and help them to make informed decisions. So what we're saying about our mental health is that the real work, about it is that we should do things that are personally meaningful to us. Maybe other people may not be able to understand why we need to quit that relationship, why we need to cry and let out, why we need to take some time off to rest, to journal, to create things that are personally meaningful to us. But then it's important to do those things that are personally meaningful to us, because in those things we'll find personal meaning, we'll find fulfillment, we'll be able to rediscover ourselves again. So mental health, very very important that you do things that are very personally meaningful to you. People may not understand why you're trying to keep off some weight, or burn some, or reduce the calories you're taking daily, but you probably know your own personal struggles with food, with your weight, with your blood pressure, with maybe you're dealing with hepatitis, diabetes, or a medical condition. So these things are personally meaningful to things that are personally meaningful to us. We should ensure that we create space for things like that. Also, we started this conversation about with this defining health according to the World Health Organization to be a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and of course not the absence of diseases. So on on unicef's unicef's Instagram page, they shared a few things that are instrumental to mental health, how to talk about mental health. Number one is that choose words carefully. Avoid We should actually avoid phrases that make people feel ashamed, and saying, don't worry. You know the way Nigerians act as if, no, when people share their problems, people will now start acting like they are competing for problems. Say, hey, as if there is an award for who suffer past, who suffers more than the other person. They say things like, my own, I walk for 20 kilometers before I go to work. Now, wow, something something. So in my mind sometimes I'm like, why are you acting like there's a trophy for who suffers more in this conversation? So let people express what they are experiencing. Assure them that it's actually fine to feel how they feel. Choose your words carefully when you are around people, and maybe even not only people with mental health. Generally, choose your words carefully. Extend a lot of grace to people. Extend grace to people, because you may never know what they are going through in their privacy. Secondly, is the fact that I would always say this: is only a professional that is certified to diagnose a medical condition, a mental health condition. Please stop describing specific experiences or emotions by words that, when they've not been clinically diagnosed. Don't say somebody is depressed. That person will just need money, really. Don't say somebody is depressed when the person has not had a clinical diagnosis. Don't say the person someone has anxiety, feeling anxiety. Don't just don't be in a hurry to tag people. Instead of saying things like somebody has anxiety, you can say things like, oh, this person feels anxious. You know, instead of saying things like, I have a friend that is depressed. So, oh, my friend may be showing some signs of depression, but hasn't been clinically diagnosed. It's very important, because placing tags and labels on people's experiences can be very detrimental, even to their wealth and well-being. Sometimes people start feeling paranoid and giving attention to what isn't. So really, we should stop diagnosing. And then we should note that overall health, as we said before, is just very very important. Encourage people to talk about how they feel. People should really stop that thing and stop acting like you're mad. If you're not if you're having mental health issues, you're mad. It's not madness. It is not at all. Allow people to feel good, to feel that it is okay to talk about mental health, to really just talk. Allow people, it's okay to embrace how you feel. In fact, you really can't start finding solutions if you've not embraced how you feel, if you've not been able to say it out that, oh, this is how I feel and this is what I need to do. So at the same time, the final thing I like to say on that is that it should please, 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 very important, create opportunities for people to be heard, make people feel safe, make people feel welcomed, create platforms and opportunities in your space, in your church, in your organization. Let there be that venue that people can always have people to talk to. I mean, it is not good for someone to be having such kind of issues and not be able to speak out. Very, very important, please. Okay, so I would also I would also add these things before I finally go today. um I'm sure that you must have heard one or two things that must have jumped jumped at you, some lessons to learn. I would also like to tell you that please guard your soul jealously. Bible says that guard your heart diligently, for out of it flows the issues of life. Guard what you hear, what you see, what you're thinking about, what guard the windows to your soul, because it's through all of these avenues and platforms and entrance into your soul that things come in. Secondly, I'll also say that reach out reach out for help. Reach out for help. It is healthy to ask for help. It is healthy to ask for help. Reach out for help. Don't suffer alone. And at the same time, like we said earlier, you are responsible for yourself, and you would have to make your decision to find your personal ways that are personally meaningful to you to cope with your situation and to excel even afterwards. Extend grace, a lot of grace to yourself. I mean, the world is already as it is. Don't beat yourself up. It is all right to take things slowly. It's all right to embrace your unique journey and your path, and embrace yourself, and you'll be definitely be fine. You will definitely do well. You will definitely be happy. It's nice to speak with you. It's nice to be here again. I look forward to our next podcast. I look forward to comments on this conversation. I look forward to you actually sharing about mental health, overall health, social health. I look forward to hearing from you. So, Plan Path Consult, always available to take your instructional design. I always say this: instructional design is simply content creation in education.